Well, one thing I think is always good, and we all probably need it, is little parenting hacks. It is tough enough to do, but sometimes there's little shortcuts you can take that just makes your life less stressful and a little bit easier. And if you could do something at all that could get a little bit of time back in your life, wouldn't you want to do it? So I'm kind of curious if you've got any kind of parenting hack, something maybe even you just discovered. I know Denny's is kind of going through what it's like raising a toddler right now, and you find the little ins and outs, things you can do that may occupy your kid or keep them so they don't get into trouble. So some of the cool things, in fact, I saw this one and I kind of like it because it's got empowerment to it, but it's also got a little bit of trickery. They said what we did when it came to getting our kid to bed, because they would always stay up late and we didn't know what to do. And we came to him and we said, okay, so what time do you want to go to bed? Do you want to go to bed at 7:30 or 8? And the kid, of course, chose 8, but he had been going to bed at 8:30 or 9. But just by doing that, saying, hey, you chose this. This is your time. 8 o'clock was it. And they kind of knew that he was going to go for the later time. So they gave him the two options of 7:30 or 8. I'm like, that's kind of smart.
Yeah.
You're trying to get your kid on some kind of schedule. I'd also heard this even before I had kids. Have you noticed this, that how you react when they have a boo-boo is how they'll react? That they almost look to you first to see, okay, should I be freaking out or not? And when parents do, then they freak out. But if parents are like, hey, it's no big deal, then the kid will kind of be like, all right, it must be all right because my parents aren't freaking out.
So if you accidentally cut your kid's finger off, don't panic. Just go, all right, no big deal. We'll get that thing right back attached.
That might be in a different category. Yeah. They said, yeah, if you look concerned and you rush to them, a lot of times you'll notice they'll cry. But if you smile, then like 90% of the time, they'll smile, giggle, and maybe even start playing again. So it's kind of like just about, okay, how much in pain should I be?
Yeah, good luck doing that in the moment, though. It's hard.
It is, but it's probably a good thing for parents to train, because have you ever seen that where parents get so overly emotional about everything and then their kids are a mess like them? No. If you can learn how to control yourself, your kid picks up on all that stuff. Basically, how to handle themselves in a crisis. Are you calm? Are you composed? Are you like, okay, we're all right. We're okay. Or are you freaking out? And if you freak out and you take that energy, the kid will pick it up and then they'll start adapting that energy.
What's that supposed to mean, Kevin?
Exactly. There you go. I saw my wife doing this and I was like, that's kind of a small hack. I couldn't believe, like, one time I saw her cutting up the kids' food with scissors. I'm like, what are you using scissors for? She's like, trust me, it's so much faster when you got to put together lunches and all that stuff. They're not really caring. I mean, why are we always trained to just use a knife? Scissors are a lot more effective and faster.
It's a thing called kitchen scissors, and they are built to cut. I love using kitchen scissors for cutting sausage. Mm-hmm. So easy.
I could see that.
You get excited about kitchen instruments.
I do.
Yeah.
I like this parenting hack. They say make screen passwords important phone numbers. Kids will learn them very quickly if it lets them unlock the iPad. And then that way they'll know your number in case of an emergency, or, heaven forbid, their phone battery ever die.
That's a good idea.
One of my friends sent in a parenting hack. They said, get a flask and drink in secrecy.
Yeah. There you go. And you're like, why do we always drive the car someplace and we have to Uber home, Mom?
Rocco was digging through my stuff the other day. Kids dig through their parents' stuff. And he pulled out this bangle. It's like a big round bracelet, but it's a flask. And he's like, Mom, what is this? And I was like, well, let me tell you. And he's like, oh, that's the greatest idea ever. He was very impressed.
What did you tell him? You said,
I said, it's a flask. It's where you put like your fireball shot in there. And then so it looks like a bracelet. Everybody thinks you're just wearing a bracelet, but you're really like set up.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And a little parenting hack here. They said if you're having a hard time having your kid eat healthy stuff, when you go out somewhere, only pack healthy snacks. For some reason, whenever we leave the house, they said, my kids always want to have a snack and they're hungry. But if all I have is a cooler with some fruits and veggies, they'll eat it. And so that's kind of when they get their healthy food in, is when we actually leave the house.
That's a good trick.
See, in my family, the kids outnumbered the adults, and we would have turned on them.
Revolt.
If you give us apple slices, we would have attacked.
And I kind of liked this hack. They said, my kids respond to a timer. In fact, we turn everything into a game. So I'll be like, okay, we got 3 minutes. You got to get your PJs on. You got to brush your teeth. You got to get ready. Okay, go. And they take off and they do all their stuff at a certain amount of time, where otherwise they just dilly-dally and they're never on time.
I do that too with Rocco. I'll be like, oh my gosh, you have 30 seconds to go upstairs and get mommy's phone. And he'll be like, oh, okay. Can you do it? I don't think you can do it. And he'll race upstairs and go get my phone where I left it in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think the other day, if the room was messy, and we always shared rooms with everybody in my house. If it was really messy, my mom would go, okay, you've got a minute to pick up everything blue. Who can pick up all the blue things and put them away and blah. And it did it. It tricked it into a game.
Games are fun.
I love games.
Okay, well, there you go.